Hi, I'm the Septuagenarian Explorer, and this afternoon I decided I was going to explore the Wallblake House Plantation area. The Wallblake House was built in 1787 and was the first plantation house on the island of Anguilla and is the only surviving plantation house. So a major historic site. Go up a little closer and we'll read the sign. Built with slave labor, this estate grew sugar and later cotton during its peak. The land extended as far as the present runway of the airport, which used to be called the Wallblake Airport, but now is a Clayton Airport. So if I go this way, and you go past those trees and past the road that's out there, and then on the other side of that is the airport and the runway. So you can see it's a pretty large size house with a lot of outbuildings. I think we'll walk around here and look at the outbuildings first. The property is surrounded by a wall. I'll go up closer to that, which was built of the native rock, as were the foundations of the house. And these are some of the outbuildings. I don't know what they were for, but it could have been for storing food goods there. And here's another outbuilding. We'll go on around. Get a good view of this. And here we have what might have been a sugar mill. I don't know for sure. If someone knows better, can put that in the comment section. But they did have to boil the sugar cane and get this sap out of it. And this might have been back here. I don't really want to go too far that direction. Might have been a little kitchen garden right there. And then there's a walled in place. That rounded area there might have been a cistern. Again, I don't really know for sure. And here we can see the back of the manor house, plantation house, quite large. Okay. You can see the entry doors here. So I bet you one of these outbuildings was for smoking meat and the other one was for storing produce and preserved foods. But again, I don't know for sure. So if somebody wants to let me know, that would be great. Okay, now we'll walk around towards the front of the house. You can hear it's noisy because the house is right off the main road in the valley of Anguilla. So I won't be able to go in, but we can go up and get an idea of what it looks like through the shutters here. Oh, well, maybe I can. go in a little further because this is just a little latch there. So let's see. We'll go on up. Oh, well, I can't get into the house, that is for sure. Whoa. I wonder how old this chair is. That is a beautiful chair. Carved bird in the back. And it looks like birds are on the arms there. And perhaps bird legs. Wow, that's pretty impressive. Pull that up a little bit more so you can see the design. Oh, and there's another one on this side. I wonder if these are original chairs. They definitely look old. So let's see what you could see from the... Oh, there's some people here besides me. You can see some of the property from up here. They would have had a good view out the back for their property going in south. And this is, let's see, yeah, that would be south. So this might be north. I'm not very good with directions. My mother always used to say, just look at the sun. And I was like, that's not helping, Mom. That is not helping. So. All right, well, I'll lock this up. And then we'll head out to go look at some of the other buildings. Okay, so now we're going around the corner of the front of the house. And we'll walk along this side. And it looks like they might have had sort of a patio up there that they could come out on. And looks like there was a wall right here, or at least a little ledge. Stone, maybe a step of some sort. Get an idea of what the building looks like. And this looks like it is an outhouse, but I don't know for sure. And it also is probably newer construction. Again, this is the coming out of the back of the house, and then you have this large area here, which again I'm not sure, but I think is the cistern. And then that building with the chimney would be possibly for sugarcane processing. Again, not positive. So I assume this is part of the property wall. You can see, probably has been rebuilt over the years. Another interesting thing about the property is that it seems that there are people that are buried on the property. So this appears to be a baby. So I'm not really sure why this is here, but that's an interesting thing. And again, you can see the wall continues there. The woods has grown up over it, but it looks like the wall continues on into the wooded area there. And walk along here a little bit more. See if we see anything else of interest through here. No, not really. So this is a cute little house. I hear a generator, so it may be that someone actually lives there. There There's a car in front of it, so that is possible. But I see a track over here, and you know me and wanting to follow trackways, pathways, roadways. So let's see if this goes anywhere. Oh, very pretty. Oh, so the wall does continue. You can see a nice close-up of the wall here. Goes along this side of the property. This is a regular road, so this evidently gets used a fair bit. See what's back here. Oh, that's a pretty view with the clouds and the trees. Oh, I think this is a cemetery. So I wonder why that baby is buried way over there when this appears to be a cemetery back here. Interesting. Okay, we're coming back out to the main property now. See the back of the... Oh, okay. So the house might be connected to another building there. See the hooks for the storm shutters? Those are very cool. Keep them open. I like that. So this is the entrance to the compound. This house over here, and then a larger house over here. So I assume that's the courtyard in there. That's very interesting. The main entrance to the larger house, courtyard up there. So a more recent construction, since there is a garage associated with it. So I wonder if these are for managing the property. Another roadway, pathway, driveway. Let's go see if there's anything interesting around the corner here. And I think this is just going to take us to the Valley Road, the main road into the valley. Yes, that appears to be the case. Okay, so another entrance into the property. So we'll come back this way. And here we see a church that is designed for an island temperature that also is breezy. Like right now it's breezy, and the walls are essentially breeze blocks. So when there was no air conditioning or even fans because there was no electricity, this would make it relatively comfortable. High ceilings, airflow. pretty cool. Haha. And we'll go around the corner here to see the front of the building. So I'm not sure when this was built. I don't see a cornerstone with a date, but it really is rather beautiful. Pull back so you can see this. Beautiful stained glass windows. Let's see if I can. A little hard to see the designs in them. And we'll walk around the other side here. And see if we can see in the breeze block. No, that's closed over. I think they have the storm shutters inside. Oh, no, here we go. We can see in. See the pews inside. I think this would give a very lovely effect when you're inside the church. Very pretty. And here is the original version of the church. I don't know whether this is still being used or not, but the stonework is really pretty amazing. And you can see that there's even a bell up there. I wonder if they still ring the bell. I haven't heard it, but I'm not that close to this place on Sunday. Again, I don't know how old this is. I don't see a cornerstone with a date. Let's walk around this side. You can see where it's located near the Plantation House. It's definitely more recent than the Plantation House, and has possibly been repaired over the years. This has screen, breeze block, a little wider than the other breeze block, and screen on it to try and keep animals, birds out, I presume. Let's see on this unscreened part if we can, oops, I think there's something in there and I'm disturbing it. So maybe I don't want to get too close. Let's see if we can see in there. This appears to be empty, so I'm not sure that it is still being used, but it makes a really pretty landmark area. And you can see where it's located relative to those other houses that are back there that we went by. And the stonework forming crosses. So I imagine, since they have the jalousie windows there, I imagine this was used for quite a while, until probably quite recently. So very beautiful. I like the bougainvillea bush right there on the corner. See some of the original property wall. Goes along the main road into the valley and runs all the way to the corner, the roundabout, where the road goes left past to the airport entry, and then right along the main highway through the island. So this was very important property. The owner was the first governor of Anguilla, I believe. Another beautiful tree there. And then over here is a very pretty tree. Yellow blossoms hanging from it. And this was planted in 1998 in memory of Mother Teresa. So, get you a pretty view of the blossoms from this tree and the bougainvillea and the older church. This really is a lovely location and so convenient that if you have the time, you really should come check the place out. It's a nice, pleasant walk, kind of a historical park area. I'll back up again so you can see the relationship of the newer church with the older church. Right there. So this is the Wallblake House historic property in the valley in Anguilla. Thanks for joining me on this walk, and I look forward to seeing you in my next adventure. Goodbye.